Today on the all-new Downright Sports, Brent puts together the first ever Downright Sports All-NBA team. And I'm his guest star, Spalding Basketball. Showtime, everybody. Welcome to another brand new Downright Sports, the most underground sports show on the internet, TV, or anywhere in the world, quite frankly. It's kind of sad. Anyway, I'm your host, Brent Reid, and basically we're going to dive into it. Today's show is kind of special. I put together what I feel is the all-time greatest NBA team of all time, and I'll give you the criteria and everything in the next segment. But let's kick off every show as we like to do with look at the board, the first pitch. Why did I not know that? Anyway, the first pitch started with yesterday's news that Mike Trout got paid. Yes, that's right. Mike Trout got a 12-year extension worth $430 million. If you look at Mike Trout's career versus others, Mike Trout, the biggest comparison is probably to Mickey Mantle. At this point in both of their careers, Mantle led Trout in batting average. He led Trout in hits. He led Trout in RBIs, and he led Trout in home runs. But the margin is only separated by either 10 or 100, which in the scheme of baseball is not a ton. So Mike Trout's biggest comparison is Mickey Mantle. The Angels, he will be playing for the Los Angeles Angels now, basically for the rest of his career. Good for him, making a stand. And now it's up to baseball to find a way to make this guy the face of baseball the way baseball did with Mickey Mantle and guys like that. But it's a conversation I keep having. And baseball season is right around the corner because next week is the start of the baseball season, which I can't wait for. But anyway, when we return with the topic. Today's topic, the Downright Sports all-time NBA team. All right, so the idea came to me about a couple months ago to put together the best NBA team of all time, collective of every great NBA player I can think of. Now, the criteria had to be the player had to have won a championship, because in my opinion, this conversation of who's the greatest is becoming a little skewed. And since Michael Jordan has changed the conversation by winning 6 championships, and for so long people thought 6 championships was the most, it's made people wonder what makes you a great player of all time. So I put together this team that I felt would be reminiscent of everything that I feel represents what is down for the greatest. Now, with that being said, I went on Facebook, my Facebook page, which is just Brent Reid, and I put out a feeler to see what some people thought was the greatest teams of all, what would be considered a great team. So shout out to some people that got involved, like the new father, Darren Hammond, whose all-time team would consist of Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Isaiah Thomas. Probably the most unique team, very front court heavy, if I must say. John Condy, my former co-host, put together a team Magic, Michael, Bird, Tim Duncan, and Bill Russell. A defensive team, if I may say so. The executive producer of the podcast, I'm Just Talking, and the best DJ out there in the tri-state area in the world, DJ Chase, his team, which was a little different in my eyes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Dennis Rodman, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and John Stockton. That's pretty much rotating around Jordan, if I may say so. And then Howard Perez, former coach at Cumberland High School, never got to play for Howard, but an all-around good guy. His team was Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. I kind of like that team a little bit, the way, because Magic doesn't have to score. Now that Tim Duncan could just rebound, and if Jordan and Kobe are off, you got the big man down low. Finally, my former boss, Brandon, put together a team, and his team I thought was a little unique also. Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. I actually like that Barkley pick. Nobody picked up Barkley. Now, when I put this out there, nobody knew that what my criteria. I just put out the field. Who do you think will be an all-time great team? So, my team has got to be Showtime ready. That's the new phrase I'm coining. You got to be Showtime ready to be part of the Downright Sports All-NBA team. Championships, sex appeal, dunking, letting it all hang out. So, with that being said, I put together 12 players, a full roster, start to finish, and the starting five of this team is Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tim Duncan, and Shaquille O'Neal. Now, the reason why that's my starting five is because, look at it like this. Jordan's going to dominate the bulk of the offense. Now, yes, Magic and LeBron are ball-dominant players, but if you put a team with Jordan out there, LeBron now gets to play in his true element. I can promise you, on that team, Magic would have 10 assists, LeBron would have 10 assists. And then, and as far as the front court goes, you're asking Shaquille O'Neal and Tim Duncan to just basically rebound and put the ball back. Now, some of you say, well, what about on today's day? In today's NBA, everybody shoots threes. You guys go ahead and shoot your three, because unless you're the Golden State Warriors, this team beats you. Because if you miss, who's out rebounding Tim Duncan, one of the all-time great, if not the greatest power forward to ever play, and who's out rebounding Shaq? I don't give a damn who your athletic guys. They're not out rebounding Shaq. Not to mention LeBron can rebound too. He's 6'9". He can play a big post position. So I got three guys that you're not out rebounding. You give it to Jordan and Bird. It's showtime, baby. It's a wrap. It's magic. You look at it, Magic 5 championships, Jordan 6 championships, LeBron 3 championships, Duncan 5 championships, Shaq 4 championships. LeBron, you could say, should have 4 because they should have beat Dallas the first year in Miami. Duncan should have 6 because they should have beat Miami except if it wasn't for Ray Allen. And Shaq should have 5 if it wasn't for that year Detroit got lucky. To be fair, and Magic should have more, but he was hurt one year, and I think they got older. Now to wrap it up, my bench, it took me harder to pick than the starters. All right, so the bench is as such: Steph Curry, 6 championships, 3 NBA Finals, MVPs. Kobe Bryant. What's the 7? Sorry, said that completely wrong. Steph Curry, 3 championships, 1 NBA Finals MVP. Kobe, 5 championships, 2 Finals MVPs. Bird, 3 championships, 1 Finals MVP. Bill Russell, 11 championships. They never had a Finals MVP. And Wilt Chamberlain, 3 championships, 1 final. Never got a chance to win a final. The first NBA Finals MVP was actually Jerry West, believe it or not, in 1969. Rounding off, Dr. J, 1 NBA Finals, but won a ton in the NBA. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6 championships in the finals. Now, I don't need to shoot threes. I got Steph Curry that can shoot my 3. I don't need my big guys to shoot threes because my big guys are going to rebound and they can get the ball down the court. Each big guy on this team could play in today's NBA. Nobody's guarding Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in today's NBA. Nobody's guarding Bill Russell believed in running and gunning, and I'm pretty sure if you put Bill Russell in today's NBA, not only he'd be one of the best shot blockers, he would have figured out how to make a 3-point shot. And then Dr. J's just Dr. J, baby. And then Kobe Bryant, come on, Bird and Kobe, yeah. That's the first ever Downright Sports All NBA team. Hey, you got beef with it? Comment. That's right. And subscribe and like. That's right. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to the post game where I wrap up. I also, just wrap the show up pretty much. Downright Sports. All right, so here's the post game. We're gonna do things a little different. Normally we save the thank yous and the follows towards the end, but we'll make it earlier. So subscribe to the show. Hit the button at the bottom if you like the show. Hit the thumbs up. Tell your friends. Hit subscribe. You'll get alerts when the new show pops up here and there. Also, go to these channels if you like this one. OK Roller Coasters. The guy is amazing. One of the best underground documentarians you've ever seen in Brad Davis. This guy will tell you what amusement parks and roller coasters are best for you and your family, or just you by yourself. If you love music, you love beats, you love originality, go check out DJ Chase's channel. It's fantastic. Also, check out their Instagrams, which is also OK Roller Coasters and DJ Chase. for me, hit me up at Twitter, Brent Reid 18. Give me your opinions, give me your thoughts. Hit me up at Instagram at Downright Sports. That's right. And also, I think I'm at LinkedIn now, so find me there. Anyway, the last segment we put together, I put together the best NBA team I thought I could put together. The people that I left off, it was tough because the team, just to recap, was Magic, Jordan, LeBron, Duncan, Shaq, Curry, Kobe, Bird, Russell, Wilt, Dr. J, and Kareem. The guys I left off, the Big O, Kevin Durant, Walt Frazier, Isaiah Thomas, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, Willis Reed, Rick Barry, Moses Malone, Kevin Durant, Paul Pierce. The list goes on. As life goes on, you guys continue to have the conversation. Who is the best? Who did better? That's what I think we need to get down to, is who did it better. Who was the best at that position? John Havlicek is a great player, but would you tell me John Havlicek was better than Elgin Baylor? I find it hard to believe. Paul Pierce, fantastic player. We'll go into the Hall of Fame, but was he better than Kobe Bryant? Hell, he beat LeBron in the playoffs all the time, but is he better than LeBron? You know what I mean? Chauncey Billups, NBA champion. Is he better than Jason Kidd, who I left off this list? But is Kidd better than Magic Johnson? So we need to get back to the conversation when we're weighing who's better. Remember, the best is your first pick. Not, well, this guy. No. When you were picking teams as a kid, you picked the best kid because you thought that's who the best player should be. So that's what you did. That's how these conversations need to become. Your first pick is your best pick, and stop second guessing it. Same could probably go for being in a relationship. I don't know. Anyway, see you guys. We're going to take the week off. We'll be back next week, week after next. Talk baseball. I'm just talking to be back. Go check it out now. If you love just talking, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. Go listen. It's a good podcast. You guys enjoy. Have a good day. Deuces. That's the catchphrase. Deuces.